beautiful Leo, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your yearly chart reading for 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details and I'll never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam. Now let's get straight to your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Leo, so let us see what is coming for you in the year of 2022. First off, I'm going to get a power animal card for you to see what sort of energy you are approaching the year with, and then we will go through systematically each month. It's going to be a very different reading than usual, so let's see what is coming out for you. Very snappy energy on your cards straight away. We've got the lynx. Okay, still a cat, so you could have had any animal in there, but you're remaining true to your authentic nature there. We've got lynx. So this card, it says keeper of secrets. Okay, so perhaps there's something you're going to be achieving on the down low, keeping it to yourself until you're successful at it. It says time to take some time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your inner knowing. You see other secrets and you keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will keep and find your strength. Okay, so that doesn't mean you're going to be alone per se. When you think about cat energy, that tends to be about keeping your eye on focus or concentrating on the goal or the dream, and it's in stealth. You know, you're creeping up on it. So you may be having something in mind that you want to achieve throughout the year in total. And, you know, you're strategizing and you're keeping it to yourself, as I said. And then when it's the moment to pounce or actually move forward, then you take action and then you reveal your intentions. Also, I feel like you may be going a little bit... although you are a very sociable creature by nature, you may be going offline a little bit more, disconnecting from... news or just to preserve your energy, because I feel like they're just giving me like a shield right now. They're showing me a shield. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, so they just give me a shield. So very protective energy. So whilst you know, you are keeper of secrets, you may be just going off social media a little bit more than usual in order to preserve your energy or keep yourself to yourself while you focus on other things that deserve or require your attention, your energy. Okay, so whilst I don't feel like you're alone, I feel like there's something here that you need to do. Really connect to your center. It'll be quite a philosophical year for you as well. So I feel like you're sort of really planning the way ahead, being true to your inner nature, coming back to your authentic self. Okay, so let us see if there's any advice from Spirit before we get to the actual details. Now, planetary alignment, I'm not going to lie to you, Leo. The last 2 years, 2020 and 2021, have been very difficult planetary alignments. Okay, now, whilst there's still some difficult energy throughout the year for all of us collectively as humanity, it's a little bit easier than it has been. Okay, obviously we start the year with Jupiter moving into oh my gosh, I got a mental block, moving into Pisces, which brings good luck. Okay, Jupiter is the planet of good luck and expansion. However, we do have Saturn and Uranus going direct, which means, you know, that's about rules and regulations, but it's also about strict energy and shocking changes or surprises. So in terms of collective energy, expect a little bit more of the unexpected, but I feel with that Jupiter sort of aligning itself with half of the year, basically moving into Pisces right up until May, we actually have some really positive sort of curves as well. So let's see what advice they're giving you. They want one more. Thank you so much for it, guys, Great Angels. Okay, so we have first card, there is, if we wonder often, the gift of knowledge will come. So as I said, you're going to be a bit philosophical in the year of 2022, really thinking about your pathway ahead and moving forward on things that you try to achieve. In a spiritual sense, I feel like you are definitely moving forward, closer to your authentic self, but also closer to a goal or a dream. The gift of knowledge will come. You're in that sort of introspective phase where you're gaining enlightenment and also reflecting on what you truly desire in life. Okay, I feel like also you're coming back to nature in some way, and that's why I feel a little bit disconnect from either news or social media. I feel like you're going to be a little bit more strict with yourself, where you focus the energy that you may have spent sort of browsing online ventures or whatever, social media platforms. I feel like you may use some of that energy to really implement self-care routines, etc., etc. We've also got frozen in time, close the door to the past. I really feel like you're doing that in January straight away. I feel like you've already closed out 2021, like even a couple of weeks ago, you're like, I'm done with this year. But it says, close the door on the past, don't let it have any more of your energy. Can't move on, attachment, no change. So if you do not close that door to the past, you will be frozen in time. And whilst it is wonderful to actually be nostalgic and think of wonderful memories, etc., etc., we have to live a bit more present in the moment. That's when the spiritual awakening happens, and we all sort of collectively come together to raise our vibrations and make the world a bit of a better place. Also, you will feel a little bit more peace of mind when you live in the moment rather than in the past. It's always good to sometimes look forward to the future and see what our potential is and our possibilities. But if we look in the past all the time, we become stuck. Okay, so they don't want you to be stuck. It's number 57. When you reduce it, that is 57 is number 12 energy. So that is about, hangman energy. So they really want you to see a new perspective, that whilst we can learn from the past, and it does have something very interesting and positive to say in order to learn the lesson, we can take the lesson with us, but we leave the rest behind, because we can't go back to that time. We can't change or shift. Sometimes we have conversations in our own head, the things we wish we could say, the wish we thought we would say, things that we thought we would say, the woulda, coulda, shouldas. But, we can learn that, we can take that energy with us moving forward, but we can't change the past, okay? So, and finally, we have ask questions from your heart and you will be answered from the heart. And Leo, you have one of the biggest hearts of all. So keep questioning with that beautiful heart of yours. I do feel like you're coming back to your center. There's a lot of love that is going to be in your 2022. Also, I feel you're going to be focusing your energy on the things that matter most. Things like family, your soul tribe. Whilst it's wonderful to focus on career and things like that, I feel like you're coming back to a more grassroots kind of energy. I mean, some of you may be even thinking about settling down, raising children. But I feel like you're connecting to your nearest and dearest a little bit more in 2022. Now, let us go and get an overall sort of energy. I'm using beautiful Salt and Sea energy sort of oracle book here by Flo Holsworth, the artist. It's also by Rachel Rubino, who does the deck. And I'm just going to get all of your, thank you so much. Oh, we got two there. No and abstinent shell, healing from the inside out. I feel like no is a very important word for you to use. Okay, it is not a dirty word. Sometimes we just have to say no to things that take up our energy, that are absorbing of our how can I put that? Absorbing of our time. And we need to create healthier boundaries in our world where we feel we can say no without actually feeling any guilt. Or, we actually show people that we respect ourselves by having a healthy word no. And it, you can say no in many different ways. They want me to go again. I was only going to give two, but they want me to give one more. I feel like this will align you with the things that truly mean something to you. That's why I feel like you're streamlining your energy in 2022. If you're the sort of person who's found it difficult to say no to things because you don't like disappointing people, you want to help people all the time, my beautiful Leo, you're very caring, nurturing, you have that wonderful shine that I talk about in all of your readings. Sometimes you just want to curl up in a little bit of a ball and say, no, I don't want to deal with the world right now. No, I haven't got time to help you out in that thing. I will when I energize and I feel in the right space to, but I feel like you're not forcing yourself to overextend yourself. I feel like no is actually a very healthy word for you. And as you can see, it's a seahorse there. So seahorses, they partner up for life, for example. They align themselves with a true connection straight away. They know what is healthy for them. They know what is right for them. They innately know their true vibration and match. Okay, and I feel like you're saying no to anything else that is not that. So whether that's the career that you're in at the moment and you feel like it's not really 100% what you want to do, I feel like you're aligning yourselves with the things that really mean something to you, that you really do care about, and everything else you're not even investing your time or your energy in it, which is really positive. Okay, so that just like that seahorse aligning itself with the true a true match, whether it's career, whether it's love. I feel like that's what you're doing over 2022. Also, we've got abalone shell. It says healing from the inside out. Okay, recognizing that happiness comes from within, but we all have to go through that shadow side. I feel like, you're really listening to your intuition, because that shell is about all the components working together in order to make everything more positive. For example, the shell represents listening to your heart or listening to the inner workings of something. So I feel like, there's this energy of not you going into your sort of spiritual shell, but I feel like you're seeking greater meaning. Okay, in this crazy old world that we call life. And I feel like that's very positive. So anything that may have hurt you in the past, I feel like you're really truly releasing it and moving forward for a fresher, sort of more healthier year ahead. Now I'm going to do something that I never really do. I'm going to use major arcanas to get the 12 months, and then I'm going to clarify it with a card over it. I'll discuss each one and see what's coming for each month for you. Okay, thank you so much. Ooh, my gosh, you got the Hermit card straight away. So you are starting the year in this sort of philosophical kind of energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know about 2022? Can you show them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Okay. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. We have, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. I feel like you're waiting for the right things that are truly meant to be in your world and in your life, and you are actually overcoming any obstacles. Moon card, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. We've got the Magician. Okay, we do have a tower there, so I will check that out and see what that is for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know? Ooh, I'm loving that. I am loving that so much, because the final card of the year for you is the Sun card. So Leo, it's almost like you're coming back to your spiritual center. There's a real awakening this year. I feel like you're aligning yourself with things and situations that you love, and all else is falling away. You're really investing your time, your care, and energy into the things that matter. Okay, now just let me get a card for each situation. So the Hermit card, thank you so much, is clarified by these two cards right now, Ten of Pentacles and the Death card. Okay, so I feel, again, it's like this releasing of anything that does not seek your full investment. The Hermit card can also be a card of focus. Okay, so you're taking a necessary time out really to align yourself with your true path, because, right next to it there we got the Judgment card. So I feel in February there's like a Hangman spirit energy going on, which means, you're maybe sacrificing something to gain a new perspective. But the Hermit says you're starting the year with a lot of wisdom, a lot of inner truth. You're not allowing the outside world to distract you while you focus on the things that matter. Okay, very philosophical year. As I said, the Hermit energy is a philosophical energy. 2021, I feel like you may have felt a little bit bombarded with the world events. So I feel like you are with that shield, really protecting your energy as you move into 2022. I feel like you're guarding yourself, not against the true things that matter to you, but I feel like you're, you know, I just feel like you're looking at the way ahead and seeing what makes you happy from the inside. Okay, just like healing from the inside out, you're making yourself happy from the inside out. Okay, and this Hermit basically means temporary time out to really focus on rejuvenating your energy, focusing on the way ahead, and seeing clearly what you truly want in a spiritual sense. You know, the Hermit, you know, this card, the Hermit has no eyes there. So you're not looking outwards, you're looking inwards. So very important energy. Your guides are helping you through this transition. Now, sometimes the Hermit energy can feel like a solitary energy. I don't feel like you're feeling lonely. I feel like, you know, you have a lot of people who love you and are surrounding you, but I feel like you may be focusing on home life, or because we've got the Ten of Pentacles there, which is about the home life, or it is about leaving a legacy. It's again the things that matter, your true investment. Now you may be focusing on a career goal as well, because the Ten of Pentacles talks about you know, bossing up or making true investments and gaining a very substantial affluent outcome here. This is material abundance, so there is definitely mastery over your money and security, but this is security for your home, the people that you care about. As you can see, we've got that tree, all those rings there which represent time and, you know, leaving that legacy, that family tree element. I feel like you are in some way making you and your family or your soul tribe secure. Also, the Ten of Pentacles can be about looking at the home life where you live. Do you feel like this is the right place for you? If not, you may be making some changes where you actually travel. So you may be looking at moving home throughout 2022 there, because I feel with the Chariot card, there's movement. There's definitely a physical sort of attribute where you're thinking about moving further afield. It is for a soul path, or it's for a healthier reason, because we got the star energy there. So I feel like it's a new version of yourself, and financially I feel it's the end to any difficult times. You're really making some necessary transitions. So for example, some of you may be deciding to go and work on your own. You may transition the way that you work. You may decide to, I mean, we're because we do have some strong sort of planetary placements. For example, we've got Mercury in retrograde from the mid of January, and I'm doing January right now for you. And also we've got Saturn and Uranus, which Uranus is a rogue planet, a misfit planet, which sort of governs shocking changes and, you know, energy been completely surprising us. But also we've got Saturn in direct as well, which means there's rules and regulations and strict energy. So this could be more restrictions, for example, and you having to work from home, for example. So expect the unexpected, I would say, with those planetary alignments. The Death card energy is transition, but it is about making way for something healthier, more prosperity. The Death card says it's like a phoenix rising from the ashes. You're empowering yourself with energy, and I feel like you're releasing the old to make way for the new, and that's exact energy that you're feeling in that January period. I also feel like you're starting to blossom. Again, if you see the card that they've given you, from the inside out, you're starting to blossom. So it is about your greater authenticity. Financially, I feel definitely there is security here. And if, for example, you're looking for a job, you may, I feel like your knowledge will actually be the key to your success. And I feel that someone is going to recognize you for your attributes and really sort of offer you something that will change your prosperity for the better. Okay, very, very positive energy, but I feel like you're focusing on your home life in January and on career. And I also feel like you're making some sort of 5-year plan where you're thinking about, you know, growing old and things, because they're really highlighting that figure there with that beard. So I feel like you're thinking about the long term. It's not just about 2022. I feel like you're actually thinking for the long term. Now, this is not going to resonate for everyone. but they're giving me this energy over 2022. I feel like you're going to be a little bit more connected to your ancestors, and it's almost like seeking where you come from, or you know, your heritage in some way, getting a little bit closer, looking at the struggles that they went through and how they relate to you today. I feel like you're really there's an energy here of course looking back, but only to see how far your family has come, how far there's been progress, because I feel like it's a positive looking back, but I feel like you're not living in the past. Okay, so I just get this energy of you, you know, either I just got this energy of thinking about, you know, those heritage, you know, looking up your heritage, or, you know, there's DNA tests or something like that where you can find out where your lineage comes from or something like that. I really feel like you're connecting to the ancestors in some way. Okay, I'm just going to see if what challenges. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you show me a challenge for January for my beautiful Leo? Knight of Cups, love could be a challenge. There is some love coming on in, but could you tell me what the love is? Or it could be an offer that comes your way. It comes quite quickly, so you may feel a little bit unprepared for it. There's definitely some movement forward that's really positive. But the Page of Wands, you may feel a little bit nervous about coming out of your comfort zone. So it may catch you off guard, okay? So the Knight of Cups does not have to be about love, but if you're looking for love, I feel that, you know, there's definitely something on offer there for you, something very, very romantic. The Knight of Cups tends to be about romance coming on in, a romance that will lead somewhere. So if you are looking for love, there's definitely some love coming on in. I mean, also, if you're already in love with somebody, you know, there could be some very quick changes to your loving relationship. I feel like you make those changes so that your relationship doesn't become stagnant or boring in some way. But I feel like you and, for example, you and your partner, if you're with somebody, you may decide to move. I just get this energy of contemplating a move. The Eight of Wands tends to be about action, movement, travel. Okay, so you and your partner may have some swift make a swift decision and decide to relocate in some way, or if you are thinking about relocating, you may meet somebody new where you relocate to, and there's an offer of love. For those of you who are not looking for love at all and are really comfortable, because the Hermit energy is a single energy, so for those of you who are comfortable being single, because there's nothing wrong with being single, spiritual growth is very important when you're in that solitary energy. There may be an offer to do something that you love that comes in quite quickly, but it may knock you off guard because it comes in so quick, and you may feel unprepared to you know, act on it so quick. So you may get a little bit more information on it, but there's definitely some really quick news that comes on in that throws you a little bit off guard. It will, I just get this energy where it's out of your comfort zone, or it requires you to explore new territory, but you may feel like it's just happening so quick that you may feel a little bit anxious. Okay, but I feel this is going to be a very good investment. I mean, the overall energy is there's radical change because of the Death card, but it brings really strong investment security and really positive energy. Now, as we move into February for you, a little bit of a pause energy. So we got some really fast movement happening in January for you. Things sort of settle down a little bit more in January there with that Hangman energy, but there is a real breakthrough. Okay, with the Hangman energy, you may feel like time was running out on something, but it's a suspended energy where you release. It's almost like you're surrendering to the universe and recognizing that you became stuck in a rut in some way, and the changes that are occurring are for your necessary good. Okay, with the Hangman as well, as you can see, something becomes, it's almost like something is becoming apparent that the change will lead to a happy breakthrough. As you can see, that figure there is very stuck in the sands of time. It's almost like, don't get stuck in the past, because once you release yourself from that energy, you make a real breakthrough. So you can see the hand is pushing up through that Death card energy. As you see the skull, you just had the Death card come out there to clarify your Hermit energy. So that means something in January actually releases a blockage. There's some sort of change that actually puts you closer to reaching your happiness. As you can see, that hand is reaching the sun. But because it's the Hangman energy, you may feel that there's a new perspective, and you may feel like you're in this pause energy, waiting for results. Okay, I feel like there's a real spurt of energy in January. Something goes really quickly, but then Hangman in February, there's a little bit of a lull. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. We've got the Five of Swords. It's in the reverse. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. They want one more, so I'll give it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Thank you so much. Ooh, we're loving that energy. So, again, we've got an energy of the home life coming through, but also stability and the things that you work for. It's like, have patience. There is a little bit of a lull in February there, but have patience. I mean, both these cards are pentacles, so there's definitely financial. I feel like you're really focusing on career, but also the home life in particular. At the first part of the year, those goals, those strategies. The Five of Swords in the reverse indicates something that may have worried you, or in some way caused a little bit of conflict in the mind, overthinking. It comes to peace. It is resolved. Okay, so if you've been having trouble trying to make a breakthrough on something, the fast changes that happen in January 2022 for you, they may have made you feel, as I said, a little bit anxious, or you're unprepared for them, but you'll see that actually that worry or that overthinking was for nothing. There was actually peace of mind. Also, the Five of Air, you know, it tends to talk about, or the Five of Swords is the same thing. It tends to talk about conflict or tension. I feel like you're going to release the tension. There's just this little bit of a pause where you recognize with that Seven of Pentacles that your investments are starting to take shape or start to grow. This is healthy energy. As you can see, Seven of Pentacles tends to be about slow moving progress, you know, which I'm not surprised with that Hangman. There's just this little lull there, but it does mean that you're still on the way to success. Your patience, your hard work is actually showing some results there. As you can see, she's at the top of the tree there. So the tree is about branching out. It's also about things flourishing. And it's almost like she's got half an apple there. You are sort of coming to the table with half of your what you have to offer, as it were. I feel like you're cultivating your world in order to weed out things that are not healthy for you, and really work on the things that mean something. Again, that greater authenticity. This card says that your hard work and your ability to recognize what is right for you and is in alignment with your heart will bring you to the success that you deserve. Okay, that Queen of Pentacles says determination. You're grounded in your plan, your dream. You're committed to whatever it is you set out to do. And, you know, whilst there may be a little bit of a lull while you're waiting around, there's still a major breakthrough that's occurring here. The Queen of Pentacles is, you know, resourcefulness. You're making do with what you've got. You're making it go a long way. Also, as you can see, there's rabbits in that picture there, which means your money is multiplying. So whatever it is that you are doing, you are multiplying your abundance. You're hitting your goals and your dreams. And you're being honest with yourself. And also, again, the Queen of Pentacles is about the home life, thinking about fertility, maybe thinking about settling down. If you're with somebody, you may think about nesting with that person, creating a family if that's the way you want to go. But it again is about taking care of others as well as taking care of you. I feel like you're making really wise decisions. Okay, also some wonderful opportunities are going to pop up here. I feel like there's someone who comes along with a piece of news that helps you as well in February, so look out for that. This person could be a feminine energy. I feel like she gives you something that really helps you flourish. And more than anything, I feel like this person really calms you down, makes you see that actually you're on the right track, okay? So the first part of the year so far seems to be about some sort of home life or movement towards a new home, focusing on career, saving money. Maybe you're saving the money to actually build a home there in some way. The Chariot card in March represents some sort of move. So this could be a physical move, definitely a spiritual move on the cards for you in terms of 2022. So I feel like you're really shifting towards success. But also the Chariot card is about motivation. It is about drive. As you can see, these two cards, the Hermit and the Hangman energy, is kind of like pause energy, reflect. And then in March, things start really kicking off for you, okay? So they really want you to energize, save your energy and power up. and then be ready to take action. So this could be a physical move, either you're moving job or career in some way, maybe even home, but this is about, you know, conquest. It's about victory. It's about overcoming any obstacles and being determined to succeed. You're moving past any of the challenges with a Chariot card, and success is definitely something that is starred. I feel like you're getting a major breakthrough on something in March. Also, I feel like you are in control. Okay, I feel like you've been strategizing and then you're taking control in March on something that's really, really big for you. Okay. Now, I don't know why they're showing me this. They're showing me an image of pegs. You know, like pegs that you put on out on a washing line, pinning things together. So either it means something is all coming together for you, or pegs on a line. It's like piecing things together. Maybe, not unless you're listening to this reading, and as you're listening to this reading, you're using pegs and putting out your washing. I'm not really sure. So please take it as it resonates. I mean, I would say because you're in like a secretive mode with that Lynx card, I don't feel like you're airing your dirty washing, or, you know, I don't feel that from that energy. I'm just going to pull, actually, I'm going to pull a separate card on the image. So that I can see there for you. Can you please show me the energy behind the pegs? What is it you mean to show them? Magician. Okay, you're in control. You have all the tools you need to put everything together. Or, you know, the Magician is about accomplishment. Perhaps you're showing off your accomplishments, or, you know, it's like you're pinning your wins together or something like that. The Magician is about action. I mean, it's not a surprise that the Chariot card is being clarified by the Magician, because it's you accomplishing great things and having everything you need within you to do that. So I feel the first part of the month, there's going to be a lot of good news coming towards you, a lot of quick energy in January, just a spurt of energy, okay, that may take you a little bit off guard. So some sort of news comes on and you're like, oh, plot twist. And then there's a little bit of a lull, but then there's action, movement, and success. I feel like you're going to start to be really, really focused on career, or using things like love, attraction, manifestation. You're going to really turn your dreams into reality in March. So it's almost like something comes to fruition in March in particular. Let me get the cards to clarify March for you. I just wanted to clarify that. So 5 of Cups and Ace of Cups. Oh, they want one more? Thank you so much, Spirit guys. Okay. So, what they're giving me here is, it's almost like the 5 of Cups. There's something here that you will have to release in March. So if you are, for example, moving home, you will have to release the memories, or, you know, the images you had of staying in that place. You know, I feel like you're letting it go, recognizing that some things you have to let go of in order to flourish in other areas. The 5 of Cups reminds us of what we truly need in life, and the things that we really have to sort of let be removed from our world. The King of Cups there with that is about let things go where your heart truly isn't in it. So if, for example, it's a job or you know, a relationship, it is about acknowledging that your heart has to be fully in it. Otherwise, let it go. I mean, that's an obvious thing to say, but sometimes, you know, we invest our time or our energy in things that we think maybe it will work out for the best. But our heart truly only comes back to the things that we love in the first place, okay? So if you love it, let it go if it comes back to you. I know that's a sentence that people say a lot, but if your heart really isn't in it, please just let it go, okay? The King of Cups also in the reverse with that 5 of Cups, you know, they're indicating that there could have been a disappointment that you had in love. And, you know, I feel like after a period of rest and recouping your energy with that 4 of Swords, it's an uncertain time, but I feel like you're okay with that. You're being protected. The 4 of Swords tends to mean protection, okay, and redirection. As you can see, this figure is lying on the moon, and the moon is uncertainty. So I feel like you're getting comfortable with uncertainty. You're starting to recognize that some things you need to move on from, and that's what that Chariot card does. If you want to be successful, you have to move on from the things that you feel are holding you back. You have to release the things that you feel are in some way weighing you down and do not have a place in your world. So I feel like, you know, you're really not overthinking, because the 4 of Swords is about rest. It is about recovery, but it's also about deep thinking. It's about acknowledging that we have to recoup our energy and broaden our horizons, because happiness lays on the other side of change. Okay, and of course we've got that Ace of Cups coming on in here, so they're indicating that all will be well. Okay, Ace of Cups tends to be about new relationships as well. The universe bringing you an offer of love if you are looking for love, that can lead to a proposal of marriage. But basically what they're saying in general is align yourself with your heart, because there could be 1,000 other situations that look like what you truly want, but it doesn't connect to your heart. Your attention is focused on that one thing. So for example, if it's love, you know, your heart, you cannot help who you love. Your heart wants who your heart wants. Okay, same with a job. If your heart's not in it, then you won't thrive in it. You'll feel weighed down. So I feel like whatever catches your attention, you know, that is coming on in towards you. There's an offer from the universe to help you move forward. Also, I do feel like some of you may, for example, become pregnant around about March as well, if you're in a loving relationship and looking to have a child or a family there. But I feel this is about, I feel like it's sometimes, and this is, they're giving me this energy of sometimes, Leo, well, not sometimes, but all the time, you put your heart, your soul, your whole everything into friendships, love relationships, your career. When your heart is invested, you give it all. Okay, and whilst that is wonderful, sometimes you forget about yourself and you will burn yourself out. So I feel like there's going to be a little bit more progress in 2022, because you invest your time, your energy, and your care, but you also take time for yourself. You're coming back to your center, realizing the things that mean a lot to you. So I feel it's not that you're taking your foot off the pedal, but I feel like you're not going so fast at it. Okay, and you actually see more success that way. You give the universe room to bring you success, and you are open to receive. So I feel like this is you being open to receive. The Ace of Cups at its grassroots is, if you believe all will be well with hope in your heart, then it shall be so. So I feel here that, you know, this is hope, and it's almost like you're going to multiply that hope. I really feel like there's a real positive time, a real victory that happens in March for you, but it does indicate you having to make some changes that sees you release things that may have been a permanent feature in your world, but they're not necessary for the next part of your journey. Okay, now we've got in April, Leo, we've got the Judgment card. So this is about thinking of the way ahead. This is clarity. This is making final decisions about your life's purpose. Okay, so whilst you're making some real strategic moves as you move into 2022, the Judgment card indicates there's a lot of options coming on in, infinite possibilities to go in multiple directions. And the Chariot card, I feel, is a catalyst for that, because the Chariot card is actually a directional gauge. You could go left or you could go right. So I feel like you're taking control. The Chariot card reminds you that you are the master or the mistress of your own destiny, and that also there is an element to fate, because typically there's no reins on the Chariot card. If you look there, you know, even in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there's two sphinxes. The person is not holding any reins or anything like that. So the Judgment card is about your spiritual calling. I feel like you're actually surrendering to your soul path, and you're being successful at it as well. I feel like as soon as you are on your, it's like right about April, you are truly in the flow, listening to your guides, listening to your inner wisdom. You're truly in the flow, and then the Lover's card sees you, you know, after that, attracting the right people, the right situations, the right opportunities towards you. Let me just clarify this Judgment card for you. Ace of Swords, real breakthrough moment, real epiphany, seeing things with absolute clarity. And we've got the Six of Swords, Six of Wands. Wherever you were stuck, you will find success. You will find mental clarity that allows you to unlock it all. So if you've been worrying about your career, or you felt like you've been working towards something in your career, but there's been stagnant energy with that Six of Swords, which is being, you know, made you feel like you cannot move forward, or you've been stuck in some way, The Ace of Swords does indicate that there are major breakthroughs for you. This is triumphant success, but it is also a moment of clarity, a moment of ideas, unlocking things in the mind. Now, this could be a secret also that you are keeping. So if you've been working on something on the down low, I feel like April is a time period where you would talk about your success, let it all out, and let it out proud, because it is all your hard work, your culmination of coming together. The Six of Wands says there's some sort of good news coming on in here, and that everything you've been working really hard for, there is a sweet reward. Okay, so definitely something really positive here. Now, some of you, if you're taking some sort of travel, for example, if you're not relocating and you're taking a travel or a vacation in March there, if you're returning in April, you could see some sort of delays. So that could be some sort of worldly restriction. For example, there could be lockdowns and things like that round about April time. The planetary alignments do actually support that control and rules and regulations. So I wouldn't be surprised, especially since you've got a Six of Swords there in the reverse as well, which can talk about delays or trouble with travel. So just be mindful of that. I feel also, though, it's not going to scupper your happiness or your ideas. Also, pay close attention to any epiphany moments that you gain during April there, because I feel like they have the power to catapult you even further on your journey in terms of elevation. Also, the Ace of Swords, as you can see, there's mountains in the background there. So they're indicating, of course, it's been hard work. And yes, you are overcoming some major blockages, but you are given encouragement by the universe to keep going, because you're going to be successful, okay? Especially with that Six of Wands, I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to keep going. Even if you feel like there are some delays or things against you in some areas, because there may be some blockages that you are like, oh, you know, when you're trying to work through something or you're nearly there at something and at the last minute there's some sort of obstacle. I feel like you will get through that, but it may throw up a little bit of a spanner in the works around about April for you, okay? So as we move into May, we've got that Gemini energy of the Lovers. Okay, now this is about soulmate energy, but it's also about partnerships. Okay, so where you've been in a solitary energy trying to really work out things at the beginning of the year, doesn't mean you're not connecting to your soul tribe, but you may have just gone a little bit off radar. I feel with that Judgment energy, you're a little bit more open and outwards, and the Lovers card sees you really connecting to people on a very deep level. You could be thinking about business partnerships, you could be thinking about love, but they're starting to flourish. Now, the Lovers card also used to be called the Choice card, so I feel like there is another directional gauge. It definitely seems like March, April, May are real transition months for you in terms of your direction in life and in love, okay? So, for example, as I said, you could be moving or getting a new job or making some radical changes in your world that puts you in the right path for the right opportunity, but also to meet the right love. That is a really important period there. Lovers card also is about unity, about oneness. And when we think about planetary alignment, especially as we come through April, as we go into May, there's a real energy, especially in Aquarius. Now, Aquarius governs the people. Aquarius is about unity. It is about love, everyone coming together. And especially the Lovers card there, we definitely have a feeling of people being united in some way, collectively, in trying to lead with love. So I feel like there's a real positive shift in the world as well as we move through this time period where there is unity, love, oneness. And I feel like you start to become aware of action in reaction in terms of making the world a better place. But I'm just going to clarify this on a bit more personal level for you with the Lovers card. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. We have the Judgment card. It definitely comes off that the Judgment card is so important for you because I feel like you're spiritually aligning yourself with the things that you love doing, being successful at those things, but also aligning yourself with love. I feel like your guides, your ancestors, they're all guiding you to your soul path. So if you're asking if you're on the right track, the answer will be yes, absolutely. The Judgment card signals change, clarity, but also second chances. The Judgment can be a self-evaluation card where you may have felt like you missed out on some opportunities that you really would like to revisit. I feel like it says you overcoming self-doubt, not just in love or career, but in general. I feel like you're actually really focusing on positive change. I mean, there we go. We got the Nine of Swords. It's in the reverse. You're releasing fear. You're releasing anxiety. You're giving an extra spurt of confidence to lead with love, but also to align yourself with the things that you love and be successful at them. The Nine of Swords in the reverse is hope. It is faith. It is an end to defensiveness. It is an end to isolation. Okay, so I feel there's a real positive shift in May. So, I mean, planetary alignment, as I said, there could be some sort of restrictions that occur around about April time. It may be collectively, but it could be just locally to wherever you're at. But I feel like there's a real change and shift in May where things just become a little bit more peace of mind, shall we say, and you don't feel like you have to watch your back. Or if you, I feel like you're seeing things super clear in a really healthy, positive way. Okay, so then we move into the star energy. Again, Aquarius energy. So we have that star, which is healing. Healing energy, seeing the light. Stars are aligning. When you step into June, that star energy shows you that you've come a long way. From where you were, you're going to see how far you've come, and you're going to be really sort of proud of how far you've come. Also, I do feel like there's like a miracle that occurs in this for you, in this month in particular. Your heart chakra is completely engaged, and so is your throat chakra. Getting it's almost like you're negotiating really good deals. I feel like you are in alignment with who you are and what you want to do. Also, I feel like you're gaining recognition or being in the spotlight for something. There's definitely some sort of success that occurs in June for you. Also, if you're someone who wants to be in the public eye, because I'm not sure who watches these readings, I do feel like there is a real catalyst for change here. Something that you've been working on your own gives you a real breakthrough and puts you in the right place, the right time to meet the right people. I feel like you're going to elevate, and I feel like everyone's going to love your idea or whatever this is, and you're going to be someone like skyrocketed into the public arena in some way. So I feel like definitely stepping into either the public or into the public eye, or maybe just being someone who's really prevalent in your community. I feel like all eyes are on you around about June time. Now, I really feel, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. There's also a lot of inspiration round about this time as well. I mean, you got the Page of Wands, which is a creative energy. I mean, the Five of Swords in the reverse for you, again, very positive. This is a time of peace. No overthinking. You're exploring your surroundings. The Page of Wands is a bit more freedom. Okay, a bit more freedom to explore. This card tends to be the explorer of the deck. So, for example, it may be the beginning of a new project, or you're acting on a new idea and you're venturing forward, and you're having confidence that your desire and your determination to succeed will see it come to fruition. This is a card of dreaming bold, dreaming big, that your ideas of value, but the Page of Wands is curious about something. And as I said, I feel like all eyes are on you. So I feel like you're going to be in the spotlight for something. People are going to be looking at you and your energy or your creativity, because wands are about passion, creativity. So I feel like, there's going to be a lot of people who are curious about you. I'm going to pull a card separately on that. Energy, because I feel like you're coming out of a comfort zone. There's a real, I feel like you're being really active, and with that Five of Swords in the reverse, I feel like this is something that you can get to grips with. It's not anxious. You're coming out. I mean, it's almost like you're exploring further than ever before, and it's something that you are activating yourself, and you find peace in that. I also feel like you're blossoming. You've learned from the past in a situation there, and I feel like there's a piece of information or something from the past that really helps you in the present moment in June, helps you move forward. It may be advice someone gave you, someone who is trying to, because I feel like there's someone really trying to help you move forward. There's someone who really cares a lot about you. I feel like they really celebrate your success or support you in your movement forward towards success. I mean, the Ace of Cups, yeah. There's a lot of love here. There's an offer definitely coming on in, but again, I feel like the whole year is you aligning yourself with your true intentions and your heart and getting what your heart wants, okay? With that Ace of Cups, again, you know, you keep getting the same card. So I feel like it's a very positive sort of shift to the year for you. The first part of the year, very positive. We've got that Jupiter influence there, but this is an offer from the universe that brings peace. As you can see, the dove there at the top, it's almost like divine timing on something. So there's an offer coming on in that really makes you curious, but it does push you out of your comfort zone. It may even be the same thing that came really quickly that you felt like you were not ready for. I mean, for example, you know, if you wanted to move home and you're like, you found the home of your dreams, you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect to find it so quickly. I need to get everything in place. How can I do this really quickly? And then you have to let it go because you're like, oh, you didn't get it in on time. But then, and you feel sort of gutted that you've had to let it go. But then an even better, bigger property for less money or something like that, real better investment comes along and you're like, oh, this is it. Then this is the moment where you align yourself completely with it and you sort of, you obtain it. Okay, I'm trying to just give you an example of what it could be, only because that Page of Wands came out in the reverse for that Hermit energy, something that comes along really quickly that you feel like, oh, maybe I'm not ready yet to come out of my comfort zone, but I feel by the end of June or beginning of June even, they're giving me, you're ready for this option. And so it could be love, or it could be an offer. I feel though it is about you and being confident in what you have to offer as well, and that your heart is in the right place, spiritually aligned, and you're peaceful as you explore out of your, it's not out of your depth, it's just out of the norm in a really positive way, okay? So as we move through that star energy, which is of course about healing, but it's also about putting you in the spotlight, and a real miracle, I feel like there's a real miracle, especially with that Ace of Cups that came in, a real miracle occurs. You will describe it as a miracle, I feel, like a plot twist that comes out of nowhere that is really positive. But then following that, we have the moon. Now the moon energy is about uncertainty. Okay, things start to shift towards the end of the year. As soon as Jupiter starts to, go retrograde again, we start to lose a little bit of that sparkle that the year holds. That's what I was saying. You know, it's not all going to be unicorns and rainbows, of course. So we do have to accept the good with the bad whenever we're dealing with life. But the moon is about some sort of plot twist where you have to take a bit of a detour. Okay, so I feel like you're still on track, but you may. It's almost like if you were deciding you were going to go to the store that day, you're like, oh, I'm going to go to the store, but first, I've got to return this parcel. Not sure, I have to go out on my routine in order to do that because it's not something that's norm. And then all of a sudden, there is a hidden opportunity because I feel like there's something hidden in this month for you in particular. I'm going to clarify it and see what's going on there. The moon can be about fear. Okay, when we feel something sort of comes in unexpected, we start to be defensive first of all, especially when you feel things are going so well. It's almost like you may be looking for what's about to go wrong. Sometimes we protect ourselves, and the crab energy from the moon card is about protection, protecting our emotions or our dream. You may feel like you have to fight for something, but what they're indicating here is it's a very good energy because intuitively you could feel it coming. Okay, you know what this is. So let me just see, can you please clarify the moon for me? How would you like to receive? The King of Wands in the reverse. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Five of Pentacles. Okay, oh, one more. Thank you so much. Thank you. So we have the King of Wands here to clarify. Now the King of Wands is, especially in the reverse, is a feeling of not being ready to take action on something. So, it's almost like a plot twist comes along and there was full-on movement in your year, and then round about July we have, and July is a Cancerian card, it's a Cancerian month there with that energy. I feel like this is about you processing emotions on something. Again, that philosophical element comes up with that Hermit energy. The King of Wands is, you may feel like you have no influence on a situation. Okay, so it's almost like the way I can describe it is, you know, it takes a lot of energy to be you, Leo, and shine that wonderful light, which I feel like you will be the star of the month when it comes to June. But then you need to regroup your energy and disconnect your shine, and you may feel like just going back into a solitary energy and rejuvenating your energy, because it's almost like you're turning the light off in July, where you're like, so for example, you may decide to go on holiday, take a trip, or you know, just gather your energy. It's like you're switching off your energy. I'm going to pull a quick card on that on its own, just to see what else I'm getting there, because it can mean lack of motivation or drive for something. Thank you so much for it, guys. How would you like to receive? Thank you so much. Choices. Okay, you've got a 7 of Cups here. Choices. The Emperor. You're still in control. This is you doing this. This is not something being taken away from you. You're still in control. But I do feel like there's a double energy here, especially since of what's going on around the world at the moment. You may not be able to take action on something. You may be given some choices because there's some sort of authoritative sort of action that is you know, collective, because the Emperor can represent authority and structure and power in some way that makes you feel a little bit powerless in a situation, but somehow you're still in control of your decisions, because we've got this 7 of Cups. Now, it may not make sense to you right now, but in July, I feel you're in a protective energy. So you're preserving your energy. So either some options come your way. I mean, it's really positive, because the 5 of Pentacles, you know, 5 of Pentacles tends to be, especially in the upright, is about loss or worry. But you got it in the reverse, which means, you know, things are returning to a more hopeful disposition. So, for example, if you decided to disconnect from something that you were not interested in, it gets replaced with something greater, something better, and you've got lots of options. I do feel like you're looking at what has happened before, and you are learning from that and making your choices based on what you already know. Okay, the Hermit energy just shows you exactly that. You're going to shine your beacon of light, and I feel, as you can see, the world is revolving there. So it's almost like one ship has sailed, but there's something else revolving. It's coming around again. So I just feel there's a spiritual kind of like, I'm getting 2 energies from this card as well, which is kind of like you offering a shoulder to cry on for someone. So there may be someone who comes towards you for advice, someone who may have felt powerless in a situation and looks to you for leadership, someone who really admires you. I feel like someone is going to ask you for advice, and you're going to show them what choices they've got. You're going to really give them hope, because I feel with that lighthouse there, you are a beacon of light in a storm. So I feel like you come to somebody's aid in July, and they're really appreciative. I think this person in the future will actually offer you some help in the future whenever you need it. Okay, you're not helping someone to get like a favor back, but I feel like you come to somebody's aid round about then. But the Emperor energy is about, you know, entrepreneurship. So if you've got your own business, for example, there may be a period where you want to switch off in the month of July. You take your attention or your energy off it, and you open up yourself to a little bit of me time with that Hermit energy. It's about withdrawal from life. I mean, it could be that you're taking your foot off the pedal from earning a little bit of money, just taking a little bit of time out. But I feel like this is your choice. Okay, your choice. So there could be a vacation round about then for you. Now, then we go into the Magician energy. So I really feel this sort of positive fluctuation for you in particular, my beautiful Leo, of giving all your energy to something and then taking some rest. I feel like you've really learnt about overextending yourself, especially in 2020 and 2021. I feel like you burnt the candle at both ends and you're exhausted. Okay, I feel like you're ready for new beginnings. I feel like you're being cautious with your energy now, especially in uncertain times. You don't want to burn yourself out. And I feel like you're doing a healthy dose of investing your time, your energy, and then taking some me time. So I feel like you're really processing and being protective of your energy, which is very, very healthy. We've got this Magician energy, which of course talks about action, confidence, accomplishment. But I feel like this is you recognizing that you are the master and the mistress of your own destiny, and that everything you need, you've got that skill, that drive, that determination, that focus to achieve whatever it is you want, the lifestyle that you want. So after a period of withdrawal in July, August sees you in your own month getting out there again. The Magician card is you have got that certain magic that draws people in. You magnetize people towards you. They're actually showing me a set of magnets right now. That's why I'm saying the magnetized bit. So either you are dealing with magnets right now as you listen to this reading, which I highly doubt. I mean, you could be putting fridge magnets on or something like that. They're just showing me magnets just sticking to things, and they're very different shapes and sizes, not just the typical like U-bend magnets. So if that's you, there's something in this message for you. I mean, you could have gone to the fridge or the freezer or something like that, and a magnet could have fallen off or something, or you've put a new magnet on there. I feel like you're magnetizing really healthy things that nourish you. Now I'm just going to pull a card on that Magician for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know? We've got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, and we've got the Four of Wands in the reverse. Now, the Magician card, as you can see, that's an Aries energy, and you can see those two sort of rams there. They're looking a little bit anxious about direction. It's about confidence, having the confidence. Now we've got a Three of Pentacles and we've got a Four of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like there's a little bit of nervousness, an undercurrent of nervousness here, either about working on your own about something or feeling like you haven't got support in some sort of area of your life. The Four of Wands could see a little bit of argumentative time, okay? So for example, you know, I feel like someone may look at you, my beautiful Leo, and see your confidence, and there could be a real person who's like not a team player, okay, in some way causes an argument, because the Four of Wands can be about conflict or separating from situations that you know, you feel you don't align yourself with. Now I know that you're doing a lot of that throughout the year. I'm just going to clarify, but I feel there's some sort of tumultuous energy around about this time. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? Even though the Magician card is a very powerful manifestation card, people can look at your ability to manifest or be successful and see it with envious eyes. Okay, so thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. I mean, two of these cards have come out here, the Knight of Swords in the reverse and the Eight of Wands in reverse. That's like two cards of normal action that's saying, don't take any action. Okay, there's like pause, don't do anything. I feel like it could be someone who is deliberately unkind to you, because we've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So this could be someone who's deliberately unkind in some way. Could be verbally unkind, or they could withdraw or keep something from you. They could keep some news from you on purpose. I mean, you've got the Eight of Wands there in reverse. It's to delay you in some way. So you may separate from this person, whether it's a friend that you find out a secret from this person, or you feel someone you work with, they're not pulling their weight, they're not taking any action, and you feel like you might as well do all of this by yourself. And you have everything you need to do it by yourself, but you may separate in some way or disconnect from a team, a person who's not really a team player. Now this is nothing to worry about, my beautiful Leo. I just feel like they're giving you this advice because they're making you see that sometimes when you're very successful, not everybody's got your back. Because some people believe that they should have the success that you've got, but they don't see all the hard work, the planning, the solitary energy, you know, the action that you take, the real moments of wrestling with your future and making plans in order to move forward. Also, they don't see you revisiting the plans and changing things to make it work in a different way. So whilst they're not willing to put in the hard work, you are, and they see your success. And they may be a little bit, can you show me a little bit more? Whoa. Yeah, we've got they see your success. They see you getting, and they feel like it should be theirs, okay? We got the Six of Pentacles there. The universe is bestowing some real good stuff on you. And as you can see, there's two people there. One feels a little bit left out from the universe. You're doing all the receiving, my beautiful Leo, and they feel, you know, a little bit left out. So sometimes when people feel a little bit left out by the universe, they get a little bit grouchy, let's put it that way. But it's not a reflection on you, my beautiful Leo. This is something to remember. It's a reflection of themselves. The Ace of Wands says you will have a desire to move on from that. You'll be inspired to create and be successful even more. So I feel like the haters are going to hate. I know they say that, there's a cliched saying, but you know, it actually makes you even more determined to succeed. And I feel like Spirit is going to give you like an extra burst of goodness, or an even bigger aspect of your dream comes true in spite of what's going on, and this person sort of watches you rise from the sidelines, okay? So just be mindful of that. There may be someone who's a little bit grouchy, let's put it that way. You're going to disconnect from this person, but I feel like they don't celebrate your success, let's put it that way, okay? You may even know who this person is, but you may have some issues with this person in the future, okay? So how far have I got? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Okay, September. Now, collectively, September is supposed to be a difficult planetary alignment month. I'm going to tell you that. And we also have the Tower. So the Tower is a real shock. Okay, so it could be something to do with Uranus, perhaps. Collectively, there is a shocking element to world events. But they're indicating here, there's something here that really surprises you. Now, the Tower, I don't feel like the Tower is anything to be afraid of or scared of, my beautiful Leo. Basically, it represents radical change. And it often happens unexpectedly, all of a sudden, and it reminds us that nothing remains the same. The only one constant in the world is change. But when you got a Tower, which basically means surprise, something happens really fast to change the world around you. It could be a paradigm shift, could be a thought that you have that really radically changes the way that you do things or radically changes your life. It can be a thing that happens to you as well. Okay, so I will clarify. But often when you get a Tower, it feels uncomfortable in the moment, I'm not gonna lie, and it gives you a chance to rebuild bigger, better, stronger. It actually activates the third eye chakra, so it's a spiritual awakening that could come as a rude awakening. So collectively around the world, it could be a rude awakening that occurs, especially since it's so connected from that star energy. You know, it's like something hidden comes to light and then action is taken. And then all of a sudden it's like a complete restart, a new beginning, okay, on something. So let me just see what's happening there with that Tower energy. Can you please clarify? We've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. The King of Wands. Well, I can only see this as a very positive thing because you got the King of Wands in the reverse where you felt like you wanted to recharge your batteries, as it were, around about July time, and you took your foot off the pedal, but it actually spurs you on to achieve even more. The Knight of Wands in the reverse can mean that there's a chaotic sort of impulsive energy that's going on. It's almost like something that, you know, like artists, sometimes they're not happy with things that they achieve and they just scrap it all suddenly and they start from the very beginning. Because the Knight of Wands here, as you can see, I'm just going to show you on upright, as you can see, this horse is being very daring. This figure is being very daring, okay, very determined for either a new adventure or very determined. But the energy I'm getting from this is jumping through hoops. Okay, I feel like you're not jumping through someone's hoops. And you may shock a lot of people, okay, by not doing something that is either expected of you. But I feel there's an energy here of non-movement versus movement. So the Tower energy is all about that. If you think about the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, two figures, they leap into the unknown. The Tower is on fire, so it's uncomfortable where they're at. And Tower represents prison, so stalemate energy. So it feels like something that was stagnant all of a sudden there's movement. So these two cards kind of represent that. The Knight of Wands is like feeling unmotivated, or feeling like low energy, uninspired, or someone preventing your movement in some way. Because the Tower, it can be a shocking energy where it is put upon you. So I feel it's almost like it tries to dampen your spirits, my beautiful Leo, whatever this shock is, but you bounce right back with that King of Wands energy. You know, you share this energy, Aries, Leo energy right there. I feel like you are even more passionate, and you march to the beat of your own drum. This is about independence. This is also about influence. I feel like you're a leader, and I feel like you do a lot of leading in 2022. I feel like you do a lot of leading under the radar at the beginning of the year, but then you're all out and proud right about June, and you know, you're going to take some moments for yourself, but I see real success for you, big sort of success that may change your life in both positive and negative ways. So for example, you know, if you want to be really famous, for example, you know, please apply it to your situation. But if you want to be really famous, or you really want respect and to be well known for what you do, you may not want fame, for example. You may want to be acknowledged and appreciated for what you do, but with great sort of success, you may be catapulted to the public eye, which means you lose your privacy. You know, you become a bit of a public commodity, and that's difficult to navigate, especially if it is thrust upon you. So for example, you know, you may be very successful suddenly in a career, and there is responsibility thrust on you, and whilst it is positive and it allows you to explore your passion and your success and your drive, it comes with a lot of responsibility, and it may feel like you don't have as much movement as you did before. You know, the further up the chain you go, sometimes, unless you're right at the top, sometimes you have less power. Okay, and especially when you're at the bottom of the pile, you got no power. You know what I mean? But it's normally the people right at the top. If you think about power as a structure, as a pyramid, it's the person at the top that's got the real power. And as it filters down, they all have to be accountable to somebody that is above them. So I feel, although you are sort of rising, there could be an energy here of you having to, you know, someone expecting you to jump through hoops in order to maintain your power. But you're not playing ball, okay? I feel like you are going to surprise them and shock them. Whatever this shock is for you with that Tower energy, I feel like you bounce back, okay? And I feel like you lead the way doing it. Your soul is set on fire, and you're leading with integrity, and your head held high, literally marching to the beat of your own drum, okay? So although it can possibly be a destructive force, Leo, it is a very positive force. If you think about a volcano, destructive force, but what does it do? It actually breathes new life and new structure onto the planet. Okay, so it actually sort of shifts and changes our landscape in the most explosive kind of way, but it actually is a positive thing for rejuvenation. So I feel it's that kind of energy that occurs for you in that particular month. Now in October, Leo, we've got the Fool card. So this is about curiosity, taking a leap of faith. And I feel also this is about a fresh new hope. So there comes radical change in the month before. So whatever this is, although it may feel uncomfortable for you, it brings a lot of positive energy. It's almost like you're being reborn in some way, or you're feeling like excited, childlike energy. So for some of you, it could be that, you know, you're meeting the love of your life, and all of a sudden, you know, you're getting out there and you're settling down. That Knight of Pentacles, sorry, the Knight of Wands energy could be that if you are in a relationship with someone who's in and out of your life, for example, someone who you may have felt never wanted to be pinned down, always wanted their independent spirit, and you felt the timing was never right between you both, you were like ships in the night. It could turn around where you and this person, you know, there's a lot of passion, and you decide to come together in some way. But there's definitely a new start for you in the month of October. I feel this is having faith that anything is possible. I also feel that this is I just feel like this is adventure or like hope. I feel like hope arises. It's almost like you're looking forward. Now, I got to tell you the energy that I'm getting. It's almost like you're closing the year round about here. The Fool card and the Death card. It's like you're done. Okay, you're looking beyond. So I feel like there's some really good news. But let's see what's happening there for you. Fool card, can you please clarify? We got the Eight of Wands. It's in the reverse. And we got the High Priestess. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? I mean, it leads right onto the Death card. So I feel like you're discovering something about something that kept you stuck. I mean, that Tower could be that. It could be an epiphany where something that's been holding you back in some way, there's personal growth on the other side. The Eight of Wands in the reverse can be a little bit frustrating energy. It can feel like things are slowing down. You're starting to stop and smell the roses, as it were. That's what the Fool card pretty much represents. It always has like a young figure, I feel like all the hard life lessons, it's almost like you're breathing a fresh piece of air in this month. I don't know, it's like a breath of fresh air. I'm not sure why, but in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, or most Fool card energy, you see a figure that is quite young. They've got like a companion with them, normally a dog, which represents the universe being the companion, loyalty. The universe will provide, and it's like on the precipice of something big, on the precipice of big change. And I'm just gonna let that siren go past. And it's almost like you're about to take that leap, okay? And the figure always has like a tulip or some sort of flower in their hand, which represents new life, new birth, and willing to take things easier and stop and smell the roses, that sort of energy. So I feel like things are slowing down a little bit in terms of pace. And we've got the High Priestess energy here. I do apologize. I can see I'm just looking out my window, seeing what's going on there. I can see some smoke in the distance, so I'm guessing the fire service are needed. Those the fire service, they're heroes, complete, absolute heroes. So if you work in the fire or any of the services, absolute hero. All of my love and respect to you. Just an incredible job that you do. Okay, so selfless, beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to move on from that. The High Priestess energy, I feel like you're uncovering something. You're discovering something here. And it's almost like in uncertain times, you're still managing to navigate the waters, okay? You're still staying afloat. I'm going to pull a card directly on to see what happens here for you. But I feel like this is some sort of radical change that you're going through that is the catalyst, is the Tower energy. So let us see what's happening there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. It's almost like the High Priestess, you start to see the world is not, well, we all know that the world and the things that happen are not logical. So I feel like you're starting to recognize that some things are just not logical, and that the one constant in the world is change. The Magician keeps coming up for you, Leo. So I feel like you're in control of this. The world in the reverse. So it could be the world circumstances that are causing the delay. Okay, but you're still managing to have some sort of control with regards to, Ten of Pentacles. Financial jackpot. There's a lot of money this year, and also focusing on the family. I still feel like there is some sort of home or home move or home improvement that occurs in the year as well, that just makes you feel very, very secure. We got that World card, the Magician, and the Ten of Pentacles. So they're indicating, even though a cycle is not quite complete, or the year is not completely out, you're still manifesting your goals and your dreams. You're still hitting the big 10 there. You're still keeping your family safe and secure. And I feel with the World card energy, I feel there's just delays. So now, if you were thinking about traveling or relocating to another country, for example, you may have some issues with relocating in terms of to another country, because there may be still some restrictions going on there, because the world is in the reverse there in the Eight of Wands. That's about movement, travel. It could be restrictions that we sort of experience again as we close out the year. So just be mindful of that. But I feel financially you're secure, and I feel like this is about protecting family and things like that, the home life. I do feel like the Magician is, it's almost like you knew this was going to happen intuitively, because we got that High Priestess there, which is about intuition, that deep knowingness. I feel like you were prepared for this, okay? So whatever this shock is, or this change, you were prepared for this. So I feel really listen to your intuition throughout 2022, because I feel all the shocks, the twists and turns, I feel like already you're awakened to them, and I feel like you know that this change is occurring. I mean, the Death card, it leads you straight in to the Death card. So there's a transition that is for healthy growth. It promotes positive energy. It's the end of a cycle that brings a wonderful new beginning. So it's so interesting that both these cards basically mean the end of a cycle, new beginning. Okay, even though the year isn't quite out yet for you. Okay, I'm going to pull a card on that Death card just on its own. Can you please show me the Death card? Five of Wands there. The Devil card. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. They're giving me the same energy. Intuitively, you know that there's some conflict or some sort of trouble that could block a path. Now, the Devil is not an evil energy, but it could be some, it could be something that is toxic, for example. It could also be that, something that has caused you a lot of conflict, or has tried to challenge you in some way, in a negative way, or get in your way. I feel intuitively you were prepared. Use your intuition. That will never lead you astray. Okay, so I feel there's a deep knowingness. Also, there's a lot of fighting in this picture, but the history of the Five of Wands is about being in training, getting ready for success. Okay, so I feel like don't obsess about the journey, don't obsess about winning, or don't obsess about being the best at something. It's almost like take your foot off the pedal, because intuitively you know what is meant for you will never pass you by, and you should have peace with that knowledge. Okay, so let me just go separate on those two cards. That my trusty Rider-Waite Tarot. The Devil card and the Five of Wands, please. The Star. It will all come to light. Whatever this toxicity or this battle is, or whatever it is that you're in training for, that you feel slightly obsessive about. I mean, it's all spurred off by that energy with that Tower. It will come to light, and it will be positive. It will heal. Okay, so there is a positivity on the other side of this, but it may cause a little bit of unpredictable energy. I mean, this could also be temptation. Temptation to fight change, or temptation to resist the change. I feel like they're saying, it will all come good. There is hope on the other side of this, so don't overthink it. Okay. Now, finally, as we move into December, we have the Sun card. So that is Leo energy. So you're shining your light bright, positive, as you welcome a new dawn, a new day. Okay. And I feel this is something, you leave the year on a high. Okay. This is confidence that you did a good job throughout the year. I feel like, you are overcoming any adversity in order to thrive and survive. This is success. This is positivity. But this is, again, seeing the light. Okay, so I feel like you're looking towards 2023 with a lot of hope. And I do feel collectively, 2022 there's still some planetary obstructions, shall we say. I do feel like there's a little bit more positive edge to 2023. I have to say that. But the Sun energy, I feel like you are really focusing on you again. So you start in a really spiritual, philosophical, inner knowing energy, and then I feel like you're a little bit more outwardly shining, shall we say, in December 2022. Let's see what energy comes there for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know? Okay, so we got the Knight of Pentacles and we got the King of Swords. Beautiful, beautiful energy. So this is about security. This is also about offers coming on in that you truly deserve. Your patience, your perseverance, your determination, your will to succeed saw you making good decisions and totally moving towards prosperity. Okay, as you can see, they're oak leaves. So that is about security. Also, it's about, you know, your hard work paying off and, you know, having a reliable income coming on in that sees you secure in some way. So, and also we've got the King of Swords there. So this is about seeing the way clearly. Also, it's about strategizing for the next year ahead. Also, the King of Air tends to look with truth and integrity. So I do feel like you will be observing what the year brought you and looking ahead, because the King of Swords tends to look ahead. So you may think about expanding your horizons as you move into 2023, maybe even further afield. Maybe you, if you were thinking about going internationally somewhere, it may tip you over into 2023 for that. But the King of Swords, I feel like there's a lot of peace here, okay? I feel like there's a lot of deep thought going on throughout the year for you, and you're making really good decisions. I also feel with this King of Swords and that Knight of Pentacles, you're making good financial decisions. You're leading with integrity. I feel this could also be new negotiations in terms of business for you. So you've been negotiating better deals. You're using your intellect over passion. You're using passion in other areas. You're saving the passion and the drama for romance and love, because there's definitely some of that going on in the year for you. But I feel in terms of business strategy, you're keeping a level head, and I feel like you're moving towards success using your instincts. Okay, Leo, that's something that you're really good at, using your instincts. Okay, so I'm really positive about your year ahead. Of course, towards the September, October energy, there's definitely something that's a bit of a surprise for you. Again, I wouldn't obsess over it. It actually brings a really positive new change, but it could be something that is collectively felt. Let's put it that way. And I'm just going to get you a final card before we close the whole reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Anything further that my beautiful Leo need to know? And we've got independent. Okay, so you start off in that independent sort of philosophical energy. It says here, plenitude, luxury, privilege. You have worked hard to create the success and security you have around you. Indulge in your surroundings, for you have the self-discipline and the maturity to do so. As you can see, that figure, she is focusing on this bush, and this bush, or this tree in particular, is starting to blossom. So wherever you put your attention to in 2022, you will thrive. Okay, anything else, you're not giving any energy, as I said, to anything that is not worth it. And that's how you started the whole reading. So this is very important. It's number 45. When you reduce it, 4 plus 5 is 9. That's the first card you got, the Hermit energy, 9. So there's a lot of synchronicity in your reading. This is you being self-sufficient, independent, clear of thought. Your strategy works. There's a lot of success here. Okay, of course, there's a bit of a plot twist as we move throughout the year. Just be mindful of that, but I feel intuitively you feel it coming. Okay, I'm just going to get a trinket before we close. Okay, they've given 2. So they're given a key and a butterfly. The key to navigating all of this is recognizing change is the one constant and being ready for that change. Whenever you feel moments of nothing happening or lulls, it means you're learning something. It means you're pausing to re-examine priorities. You're not just waiting. There is a reason for the pause. There is always purpose in patience, okay? So you will unlock quite a lot of prosperity and opportunity in this year, and you will grow and fly. I feel like it's real elevation for you. Okay, they want the key on the Judgment card, and they want the butterfly on the Sun card. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading. I would come back to this reading occasionally to see what's going on in your month by month if you can. Of course, I'll be doing normal monthly readings, but I like to look back at the yearlies to see how much energy shifted or was fluid or changed or was just off or was just bang on point. So they're actually showing me a pair of shoes at this moment in time. So either you're putting on your shoes, getting ready to go somewhere. I feel energetically, the shoes represent change, represent movement, and being ready to move with the changes. So I feel that's the energy that you're in for the year of 2022. I wish you so much luck, love, light, prosperity, peace of mind, and extend that to you and all of your soul tribe, my beautiful Leo. Thank you so much for listening. And again, thank you for joining me again for another year. Let's see what the world has in store for us all. If something resonates in this reading, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Thank you so much, my beautiful Leo. Love and light.